Good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, depending on what time you're watching this. It's the APTV live show. We should have like a fanfare, Kat, when we do these live.
Should.
Good morning, Kat. How are you this morning?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you? Did you have a nice holiday?
I did. I've only been back a week, but it feels like I've been back 6 months. I brought the miserable weather home back with me. I know you can't see in
Mm,
the window, but it's
yeah.
a little overcast. What's it like up in the northeast today, Kat?
Uh, it's quite stormy, but the sky's turning blue, but it's still quite stormy outside. So, yeah, August.
August, yeah. So this is our summer, the UK summer. So anybody who's watching this in the States, anywhere else in the UK, this is the weather we have. Summer is non-existence. That's why we have to fly to sunnier climates. So, Kat, tell me before we start takes. Today we're going to talk about this new program, this new initiative. So we'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about what's been going on in the world of Kat. What have you been up to during the summer months, Kat?
What have I been up to? So I've been buried away trying to write some new content for our memberships. So hopefully we'll start to see some stuff come out imminently. Um, what else have I been doing? I've been doing huddles, our member huddles every month. So if you're a member, and please check your diaries because they are every month, and fantastic round table discussions. We had a great one a couple of weeks ago, which to the point where I was actually flying to Mallorca that day and it ran over and I had to literally pack in 20 minutes to get to the airport because the discussion was so good. I didn't want to end it. And then I was like, oh, I've got to go to the airport. We've had a fantastic masterclass delivered by one of our influencers, Phil Spence. And also, a lot of my time has been spent kind of working away on our ambassador program that we'll be announcing at conference this year. So I won't give too much away just yet. But yeah, how about yourself?
Well, look, nothing as fancy as that. I've over the summer months, not only did I take a couple of weeks off with the family, which was absolutely amazing. Got to see a few customers, so I went out to see a few customers pre-summer. Had some amazing conversations with customers such as Cala. I went to see those guys, and yeah, great conversation, lovely business. And the idea really is that personally, I'd love to go and see a lot more of our customers, our members, our community. So I'm going to be out on the road, hopefully, road showing it before conference.
Yeah.
Hopefully, go and see lots and lots of customers because I know that you were way up north, way across the border in Scotland yesterday, seeing the wonderful SSC and Sarah and her
Was.
team yesterday, Kat. And I know they looked after you because it was your birthday and they looked
Yeah.
after you with a cake, I believe.
I did. Lots of cake, lots of iron brew, lots of Scottish fudge. It was a very nice welcome surprise from the SSE team when I got there, since it was raining. So, you've got to balance it out. Typically, it
No,
was raining. So,
every time I've been up in Scotland and I've been to see the SSC team, no cakes for me. I know it's not my birthday, but look, it was lovely that you went there too. They always look after you, Sarah and team are
yeah.
absolutely amazing. And thank you for looking after Kat. And I know there's some exciting stuff planned with the SSC team. So without further ado, Kat, let's talk about the conversation today. So please tell us all about what the announcement is today and what the initiative is from the Accounts Payable Association.
Absolutely. So, Jamie and I are happy to announce today that we are launching our Rising Star Scholarship. So, what this is, of course, awards, which we'll touch on a little bit later, is we have a Rising Star Award. So, the recipient of that award will be given a lost my words. Will be given one of our qualifications as part of the initiative. They'll also get check-ins and mentorship from myself and Jamie, and obviously you'll be part of the community if you're not already. And yeah, it's such an exciting award. It's really important to us, that Rising Star Award, because it's something, again, when I was talking about content earlier, that's something I'm sort of steadily working on in the background to sort of create some things around development for our rising stars in our industry, because obviously we love our profession and we want a succession plan for our profession. So yeah, it's a really fantastic initiative. I'm really excited.
Yeah, look, and you're right, Kat. I think the idea around the Rising Star is lots of organisations have individuals within their business, and it could be new people, it could be youngsters, it could be people who are progressing through their organisation, and we call them Rising Stars. And clearly, if you look at what we've done historically as a business and as an organisation, we've had an award for Rising Stars. And let's be honest, it's really hotly contested. Lots of people
Yeah.
want to win that award. Lots of organisations put themselves forward. But one of the things we wanted to do as a profession was really to support those individuals. So this, as a sort of a scholarship, is not only do you get a qualification gratis from the association, but you get some mentorship from myself and Kat, because what we're trying to do is make sure that these rising stars are the stars of the future. So hopefully this will land really, really well. It's an initiative that we brought together as a business. There is just 7 or 8 days left to get your nominations in. So you have to follow the process. Jump on our website, apassociation.com/conference and awards. Look at the award nominations. If this is something that you either want to nominate somebody within your team for Rising Star, choose the Rising Star category and go and sort of select the individual, or there's all the other awards, the wonderful awards we do. But the idea really is with this particular category, we want to make sure we're nurturing, we're trying to create an environment for these individuals to take these individuals to the next level. So hopefully it's a great announcement. I personally,
Show you
I think
mine.
it's one of, there you go, there's Kat's announcement. There you see, there's Kat's
My Rising Star Award,
You see,
2021.
I've got an outstanding contribution award. They even give me awards on occasion. But the idea with the outstanding sort of the rising star is, as you can see, Kat was a rising star and progressed her career through, and now head of education with the APA. So it really does hopefully give you an idea that these things are progressive and we can support. So Kat, let's talk a little bit about conference, because I can see a young man in the chat here. Let's just put his comments there. So a young man called Ashley Leeds. He is Mr. LinkedIn, Mr. 15 minutes. We won't go into what the 15 minutes means, but Ashley just popped in a question here. So we'll talk about Ashley in a second. So can anybody be a rising star? Absolutely, Ashley. Anybody from any level within the payables world. So you have to be in accounts payable clearly, but any level. So whether you're an individual, you're coming into the industry for the first time, you're a manager, a leader. Actually, we appoint rising stars on the basis of a set criteria. It's not organisationally led, but the only thing we were saying is you've got to be in that P2P payables, accounts payable industry. So, Kat, did you go on to the training that Ashley gave us? Because I want to talk a little bit about Ashley.
I did. I was that virtual one. I couldn't join everyone in Petersfield, but I joined virtually. Yes.
So before we go on to comments, let's quickly talk about Ashley, because he just this guy is a bundle of energy. Historically we've had people like Brad Burt and lots of inspirational speakers who blow our minds. This guy, Ashley, who I've had the pleasure of meeting and seeing organisations such as Accountex, he's going to be at a conference. He's going to tell the world, our conference individuals, our delegates, all about the wonderful LinkedIn. But not only he does it in such a way that he gives you tips, advice, guidance about how to sort of get your LinkedIn profile on point, how to engage people, how to create content, but actually does it in such a way that you just feel enthused. And I was on holiday. He came into our offices. He did a day's training with the entire business, all of our divisions of our business. Kat was in the Northeast, so she went on virtually. But the thing for me is that what Ashley's left from the team's perspective is they all just feel totally inspired. I've seen so many personal posts. Paige has been posting about what she's been up to. I've seen some posts from our wonderful Phil Cass. He's been posting about, it wasn't pigeons, was it? It was something else he told me about. But Susanna's been posting, Costas, Kat, you're always posting. It's just given us some different dimensions. So I know he's put in the comments in the side here, but Ashley, you did an amazing job. And if you don't know who he is, go check out his profile. But more importantly, he will be at the conference on the 15th of October to give you advice, guidance, a bit of one-to-one support, and he's just a bundle of energy. So we're looking forward to Ashley. A little bit more expansive, Kat. I think we're trying something different this year at conference. We're doing speed networking, not speed dating, speed networking. Tell us a little bit about
networking. Even I have to think about it and say speed networking, not dating. Although the team at SSE yesterday were very vocal about it should be speed dating. So take from that what you will. So yeah, the idea of speed networking is, so obviously our conference, we have between 350, 400 people there. there's a lot of new people there who have never been to a conference before. Some of them come by themselves. Some of them obviously come with a couple of people, but it is quite a daunting experience walking in. I can imagine walking into that room for the first time. Even someone like me who's been to conference before still gets that wave of, what am I doing? It's that imposter syndrome a little bit. And what we have is, from our fantastic influencer community, we have some volunteers who are going to do some speed networking. So they're going to give advice on how they've built their network, on being an influencer, on the association itself, the conference itself, because they'll have attended them in the past. Some of them may even be popping up in other areas of the conference and doing some deliverables for us. So, if you know, you know. And also what we've asked our speed networkers to do is on the day sort of just spread themselves around and instigate conversations around the tables. Because again, you kind of join a table, you don't know who people are. So our speed networkers are going to pull double duty and try to encourage some engagement, conversation. And they're there to ask any questions too if you're unsure and you can't grab it, if one of our team isn't available to answer. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to go down really, really well. We'll work out the logistics of, do we get invites to the wedding if anyone does connect on a personal level?
I don't know Cilla Black's going on here. But Kat, I mean, so look, again, we're trying to try something different. So that you saw a post earlier from Brian Carlton from Screwfix. Always with the APA, what we're trying to do is we listen to member feedback. We try and do things that are engaging. We're trying to do things that make you feel comfortable. So this initiative, obviously with the speed networking, we're calling it speed networking, but the idea really is the power is in the community. So we want people to engage. We also want you to buddy. We want people to feel as though you come into that big room. Don't get me wrong, there's lots of people in that room, but we want you to feel at home. So the idea is that you get not only talk to really high influential people in our industry, you feel comfortable, you feel that you're confident, you can go talk to others. Let's be honest, we have a lot of people in our industry who are very confident, who love to talk, they love to go up on stages and talk in front of hundreds of people. But we are very aware that sometimes it's the first time you've done this, you come into the industry for the first time, or the conference. So this is just a welcome, this is to get you flow in terms of conversation and chat, and hopefully get you to the point where you understand that the power is in that community, the power is in that network. And on that, one of the things I've been challenged to do this year is to give a keynote. And it's only a short keynote. I'm not going to blow their socks away with a Bradesque keynote, but the opening bit that I normally give, which is the opening address, etc., we can expand that slightly. So I'm going to give the story of how we built the APA over the past 8-9 years. Actually, I don't know if you knew, Kat, but actually next year will be our 10th anniversary of our business. So we always talk about a conference and we talk about how many conferences we've done, but the first 18 months we didn't do conferences. So actually we could have a bit of a celebration next year. It's our 10th anniversary. 2015 is the first year that we set up the APA. So I thought, I'll get up on stage, I'll give a bit of a keynote, put myself out of my comfort zone, because I'm usually behind a podium, I can read a script and whatever. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to be walking up and down stage a bit, maybe.
Nice.
So you've let me have a bit of time on the agenda. And then what I will do is I will hopefully follow on from the conversation around the power of the network. So talk about the story of the APA, talk about how we created it. It was all about network, it was all about community, and then hopefully encourage others to get your little black book out, not the dating book, the black book, and make sure that everybody in that room is your community. The more people you communicate with and get engaged with, the better it will be for yourselves. So that's the story, that's the keynote. The pressure's on. I've got to write it now. No, I'm not. I've got to write you. So you'll be chasing me for slides there, Dave.
I will. 2 weeks. The deadline's 2 weeks before, but just so you know.
Okay, right. I tell you why I'm doing these slides. I'll put myself under pressure, haven't I? So yes, I'll be doing that keynote. Ashley's mentioned here, obviously, if on the day you want to have a free consultation, there's a link here, a calendar link here. So if you're on the live or you're watching this back, jump on here. You can pre-book a consultation with Ashley. And again, the idea for the conference is a lot goes on during the day. So we have, set agendas, we have inspirational speakers, we have, this year we've got 2 speakers again, front to back end of the day. We've got Alex Stanisworth, who's got an amazing story, a young man with just an amazing story. Back end of the day, we've got Penny Mallory. So we've got two brilliant speakers for you. And then in the middle of the day, Kat, we've got, two panels. Tell us a little bit about the panels.
Yeah, so we have two panels on the day, and again, they're sort of for the community, by the community. So we have fantastic moderators who are our influencers, and the panels are made up of our influencers and members. We have one on fraud, so it's a very different approach this year. We've got two of our influencers and members who are going to sort of walk the audience step by step through a case of fraud. What happened? What was the impact? What did they do, and what would they do differently now? And we have the fantastic Robert Brooker. If you're not connected to Rob, please connect to Robert Brooker, and he'll be on there giving his advice and two pennies worth as well. And our second panel is all about high performing teams and talking about all the good stuff that goes there. So you've got a bit of the technical and a bit of the people management. We've got quite interesting panelists on that one. I met with one of them yesterday as part of SSC, and I think he's going to bring a lot of personality, which I love, absolutely love. So yeah, and for once I'm not moderating, so I can just step back and watch the chaos from the side.
So how does this work, Kat? So I'm putting myself at my comfort zone. You're going to have a relax. Have you got like a sofa in the background? You're just going to be lying there.
Yeah, I've just put that requisition into the team. Can I have someone fanning me?
I do know, Kat, in fairness, that you're MC in the day. So,
I am.
you know, this is the first time you'll have MC'd a conference of this size. You've done a great job on forums. This is a big, big day. So I know that you're putting yourself out of comfort zone. But,
I
you know,
am.
the thing, let's quickly talk about that, actually. You know, we talk a lot about putting ourselves in comfort zone, imposter syndrome. Yes, do I feel under pressure to do this? Yeah, of course I do. It's a big audience, but, you know, we're going to cope with it. Same with yourself. But the great thing about what we do and the audience that we have, you see them in the comments here, is they're so supportive. They really are. They want you to win. They want you to progress. And ultimately, the idea for us is that we want to encourage, like the Rising Star Award we mentioned earlier, we want the people to come up on stage. And let's be honest, Kat, when we first started doing this, you know, as conference 7-8 years ago, it was a struggle to get people up on stage and talk in front of 100 people, let alone 500. Now it's a list of which is ever growing, and it's a choice, unfortunately, because every year we have to bring new people in. So it's one of the reasons we're doing the sort of the speed networking part at the beginning of the day is to give more of our audience the opportunity to share their knowledge, speak at a conference for the first time, and whatever. So yeah, we are always willing and open to bring new people forward. So if you're watching this and you think that you'd love to jump on stage, be part of the networking, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, reach out to Kat. Kat is the person that will support you with this. So Kat, let's talk a little bit about, so we've got the two panels, we've got obviously Ashley's going to be amazing during the sessions, which is in one of the core rooms. We've got two keynote speakers as well. Let's quickly talk a little bit about awards, if we could, because we've got the deadline coming up on the 31st of August. Let's re-mention that. In a second, I'll put the website address down below how you put the nominations in. We've got some super exciting entertainment planned. I know our team always do an amazing job. And actually, I was on a team call this week, and they won't even tell me what it is. They've said, they said, Jamie, we want to have the experience. When you come in, we want you to experience. So whatever our audience and members see, I'll be seeing for the first time as well. I suppose it's slightly risky, but I love it because last year was such an amazing job. Just remind us, Kat, the format of the evening is sort of we turn up and then the awards will be sort of spaced out between the evening, I guess.
Yeah, so for those who were there last year, we sort of did the awards and then had the dinner. What we're doing this year is we're going to do sort of a couple of awards, then have our starter, a couple of awards, then have our dinner, a couple of awards, then dessert and coffee. So it just spreads it out nicely, and it gives people a bit of a chance to absorb the awards that they've had, because obviously sometimes if you're just going to the next one, you don't have that 5 minutes to just kind of absorb what just happened. And again, in a room of like 300 people, and you're dressed to the nines and you've been pulled on a stage and photographs taken, you kind of just need that time. Probably need to go back to your table and have a drink if you're that way inclined. So it's just a nice way of doing it. We've got some wonderful entertainment. I believe we have the wonderful Des coming back.
We do
I don't know
indeed.
if that's a
Yeah.
spoiler alert. It's
No, we are
usually you,
indeed.
but
Tell me
it's
about
me
that.
this year. Good. And yeah, and we're really looking forward to it. And again, this year, we're gonna have some surprises, I'm sure, on the day. Usually, me and you are just as surprised as anyone, and then everyone will kick off the heels or dress shoes, and then hit the dance floor till I think it's 1 in the
Yeah.
morning. I think.
Is it
If you
really?
want,
I don't know. I mean, I
I
had
think.
to leave early last year, unfortunately. So I look, just so we can. So down below, you'll see the website address for the awards. Let's just remind people: ap-associate.com/conference-awards. It's a bit of a mouthful. If you jump onto our website, you'll see it anyway. If you look under the events section, I think the thing for me is, I mean, again, look, Ashley's in here saying, "What's the dress code? Are we dressed to the nines?" Yes, we do. Top and tail. You know, even I try and scrub up a little bit and put a dinner jacket on or whatever. But we want you to feel comfortable. That's the thing for us. So yes, we like it to be really formal. It's a black tie effectively, but it's not mandatory. What we try and do is get people there, enjoy the evening, enjoy the day. But look, ticket wise, we always have a big allocation because we have a big membership base. There are still tickets available to do day and night, I believe. But as of earlier this week, the team were telling me we're getting very close to sellout for both day and night. So if you're watching this and you haven't already got a ticket, whether you're a member or non-member, you do not have to be a member of the association to come along. You can purchase a ticket for yourself or your team. You can come along. Again, when you're on the Conference and Awards website, you'll see tickets. I think the early bird pricing is now gone. I think that went a week or so ago. But again, if you look at the value that we give for day and night, we price ourselves accordingly so we can encourage new people to come along. Because we have sponsors and people that partner with us, we try and keep the ticket price as low as we can. It's a great day. Please go and have a look at the conference website. Go and put your awards in. You've got to have that in. The deadline is the 31st of August. The only reason I know that is because it's my daughter's birthday. And she reminds me every day about this 31st of August. Kat, my daughter, when I was on holiday, was sending me photos of all the things she wants for her birthday. She's so efficient. She's sending me little screenshots. So I've got a list on screenshot what I'm going to get her. And I think I'm going to get some stuff today.
Yeah.
But 31st of August is the deadline. Make sure you get your awards in. Last year, we had a record number of nominations. And I think we're just passing that record today, actually. So it's wonderful to see so many nominations for so many categories. But I would say this, you say this all the time, Kat, it's not just about the winning part, it's the taking part. If you're a manager or a leader or somebody that's running a team, trust me when I say it's the best motivational tool to even nominate yourselves, because your team absolutely they're aware of what they've done as an individual or as a team and the support that you're giving them or they're giving you. So pop your teams forward, because what we always do every year is we announce everybody. We tell everybody who's put themselves forward. We have a pre-awards, so we announce the shortlist, which happens in a few weeks. And we tell people, we have a bit of a mini announcement there where we say, here's all the shortlist. And then on the day, the great thing about the awards is that it's just a great celebration. Everybody celebrates. So it's not like the Oscars where you can see all those, gritted teeth. I didn't win. I don't like that person. Everybody in our industry celebrates one another's successes. So, Kat, look, we're coming to that 9 o'clock mark where we're going to wrap up this show for today. Anything else that people need to know about the awards or the conference?
Yeah, I think just as you've already said, the awards deadline is the 31st of August. So please get those in. If anyone's not sure of anything, you can contact myself or a member of the team. And again, same for conference and tickets. Again, if in doubt, just reach out to me and I can point you in the right direction to sort out any tickets. Or if you just want any more information on the day, although some things I do have to keep close to my chest because I think the team will absolutely murder me if I give away too much.
Well, look, you can see my voice is going because I've come back from holiday with a croaky voice, but that's because I've been shouting in the swimming pool. Please make sure that you put your nominations in. You've got sort of 7-8 days left. The Rising Star Initiative is what the announcement today. We think that for us, it's our way of giving back, hopefully, and others will believe that that's the way we do. We couldn't do what we do without our audience, so we thank you, all of you, whether you're members or non-members. You know, we're blessed to have a big community of followers that hopefully get some inspiration, some guidance, advice as a community. So please follow along, keep looking at what we do. Thank you for joining us this morning, this early in the morning. Kat and I, Kat was up in sunny Scotland yesterday. I was down in HQ, so I was way down south. And we both rushing ourselves back to do these early mornings because we really want to rev you up, get you ready for conference, really get you engaged if we possibly can. We've got lots of things planned for the rest of this year into next year. And I guess, Kat, we'll try and do these lives regularly now right up to conference. So we'll try and do these every Friday at 8:30. Means it's early for you and I, Kat, but hey ho. If you're watching this on replay, so if you're anywhere else outside of the UK, and you might be interested to come along to conference, we've got people flying in from Europe, we've got people flying in from North America. If you think it's something of interest for you, give us a shout. We might be able to support somehow as well, because we do have a professional membership, which I guess, Kat, we need to talk about at some point, which is aimed at individuals. But let's leave that for another day. It's on our website. We have lots of people who have joined recently on the professional level. But as a snippet for maybe next week, we can maybe talk into some of the memberships and the benefits that come out of that. So here we go. Yeah, there's Nick. Nick is a colleague of mine. I've worked with him for many, many years. You can see there's some excitement building up around the conference. Everybody's excited about not only going to conference, and getting content, but ultimately the gala dinner piece. It was our first gala dinner last year. So we've set the tone. And I think, well, I don't know the details, but Bex in our team has told me it's 1920s, whatever that means. She's either thinks that I'm older than I really am, and that's the year I got born, or there's a theme to it. I don't know. But, it should be an amazing day and evening. So without further ado, we'll end it there. Thank you very much for everybody listening in. Please jump on the conference website. If you haven't booked your tickets, go grab them. I know there's a few left. But more importantly, the deadline for awards, 31st of August, get your nominations in. Kat, have a wonderful day. Please don't go back to sleep. I know you'll be traveling all around the country. And we will see everybody next Friday at 8:30. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.